Here's a quick video on how to change images or put images into your right sidebar on your website. So here's one of our demo sites. We'll scroll down here and you can see in this site we're using the standard two-column format. So you've got the main column here and then we have what we call the sidebar over here. I'm going to show you how you can edit these things over here in the sidebar and swap out images, delete images, add your own, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to replace this image with something else if you wanted to do that. So first of all, you need to log into your dashboard. First thing you're going to want to do is go down to the Appearance tab if you're using our legacy system, our old system. If you're using the new system, it will say Sidebar. So go ahead and click Appearance and go to Widgets. And then what's going to happen is it's going to take you to our Widgets area. And the Widgets area is essentially where we manage all of your information in your sidebar. So we have a few different elements here. Squeeze page, primary, secondary. Here's all your footer information. If you wanted to do that, 9 times out of 10 you're never going to touch any of these things right here. Almost no customers will. Very few people ever touch secondary. Primary is the main one that you're going to be using if you want to do this stuff yourself in our legacy system. So then once you open it up, you just click this button to open it up. You're going to see the different widgets is what we call them. So once again, these are available widgets, and you just drag widgets over if you want them to be there. But these are the available widgets, and these are the ones that we've used. And at the top you can see one called PHP code. And you don't have to know PHP, but PHP is a programming language, and this is a terrible title for this. We're going to be simplifying things here shortly on the new version. But PHP code essentially means you can put any type of code in there, including an image, so HTML for an image in there to call that up. And if none of this stuff sounds familiar to you, no big deal at all. I'm going to show you what that means to you. You've got Connect with Us, quote. So if you did not want to use quotes, have testimonials on your sidebar, if you did not want to have this, you could simply open that up, scroll down and delete it if you would like, or you could even change the name of that section. So instead of it saying what others are saying, like it says right there, it could say something else. So that's quotes. Recent posts, so you can see right here on the site the way you'll get it, there will be a recent post section that will call up the most recent blog post. That's managed right here, so you can choose to do 5, you could choose to do 10, you could call it something else if you wanted to. And then at the very bottom, once again, we have another PHP code, and this right here actually inserts this image down here. So we realize this isn't the most usable way to do it. We are improving it, but it's very simple to use if you just hang tight for another 2 minutes on this tutorial. So if you didn't want this in here, if you didn't want this Trusted Real Estate badge down there, all you would have to do is simply go down to the bottom PHP code, open it up, scroll down, delete it, and you're good to go. But for this purpose, we're going to swap out an image. So I'm going to go to the top, and you can see here once again, I'm going to go back to this website. The very top of that sidebar is this image right here, and that's managed through this PHP code area. So open it up, and if you're familiar with HTML at all, which once again it's a programming language, then you're going to be able to do this really easily. If you're not, no biggie at all, because once again it's pretty darn easy to do this. So in here there's 2 different elements to this HTML code that you need to know whether you are a techie or not. The first element is this first part right here, right after the part where it says href equals. And then you've got some quotes, then you've got this right here. This right here is where you want people to go on your website after they click that image. So let's say your website is, and I'm just going to copy this so I can put it back in there just for demonstration purposes. Let's say your website is myhousebargains.com, and you want to send them to your contact page for some reason. So we just go ahead and go http://myhousebargains.com, and then whatever your contact us page is, contact. Let's say that's it. So that right there means that when someone clicks this image, they're going to be going to that now. So they're going to be going to that URL. So that's number 1. You need to know where you want to send people once they click that image. If you want to send them to the exact same page your website already does by default, then you don't need to change that at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace that with what it was before, because that currently the top image in your sidebar right now goes to a squeeze page leading to toward building a cash buyer list, or for people to submit their information to sell your property. The second part is the actual image. So the way that this works is you actually need to upload the image online. So the image that you want to replace or add in here, you need to upload it online. And the quickest and simplest way to do that is right here in your media tab. So go ahead and hover over media, click add new. It's going to bring up a page where you can essentially just add in new media, and you can just drag and drop files right in there. So I'm just going to go to here, I'm just going to find a file, and here's just a screenshot of something that I took earlier doing another tutorial. I'm just going to go ahead and drag it right in there. And what this is doing is it's taking that image that I just dragged off of my desktop, it's taking that image and it's putting it on your website. It's storing it in your media folder in your website system. And you can see here it's updated here. You can edit the image and crop it if you wanted to, rename it. I'm just going to go ahead and rename it. Buyers list, whatever it would be. You can choose to do alternate text or not. Alternate text does help with SEO. And then what you're going to need is right here, it's called the file URL. So after you uploaded that image in here, once again what this did is our server grabbed that image and it put it into your media file. And it's online on your server now, on our server. So this right here is the direct file path to that file that we uploaded. We can prove that by just go ahead and copy that, open up a new browser if you want. And like I said, some of this might be way over your head, but this is very basic HTML, and I'm going to show you, if you want to learn this, how to do this in the legacy platform. The new platform, you won't need to do this. So if you're watching this and you are on the new Investor Carrot platform, then you won't need to do this. It'll all be done for you. And if you don't want to do this and you're on the legacy platform, the REItheme platform, email us and we'll do it for you free of charge. So all you got to do is paste it in there, and what I'm doing is I'm just showing you and proving to you that that image is online. So you can see here I put it into the web browser, clicked enter, just to bring it up. You can see the images right there. So what we're going to want to do is, after you upload the image, grab the file URL, so copy it. If you're on a Mac, you can click Command C, or you can right click and select copy. If you're on a PC, same thing, right click and select copy. And then we're going to go ahead and go back to the widgets area once again. I went ahead and just left the widgets box open here. So the last step is where it says SRC equals. All we have to do is go ahead and replace SRC equals, and you can see this big old long URL of the current image. You just replace that with the one that we just uploaded. So let me do something really quick, just for illustrations purposes once again. I'm just going to copy this so I have it, so I can put it back in there when I'm done with this illustration video. And I'm just going to go ahead and replace this all the way from HTTP all the way to the very end. Make sure you're putting it inside of the quote, so do not delete the quotes, the quotation marks, or it won't work. So go ahead and paste, and you can see it put in that new image that I just uploaded. Click Save. And I'm going to refresh my website, and you can see I went over here, and the image that I put in there wasn't sized for this particular area. You need to make sure that the image, of course, will fit within the width of this area, which is about, let me measure it. You're going to want to keep it about 250 pixels wide or smaller. Any larger than that, then it will overflow the area, just like you're seeing with this one. But you can see the image is there. You can click it, and it will take you to that same page that it was linked to before. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this image once again, swap it back out. So once again, I'm just going to grab the URL, go back to the widgets area. I'll plunk it back in there, click Save, refresh, and the image is back in there. So quickly recapping the steps: log in, go to the media, add new section, upload your image that you're wanting to go in there so it's on the server. If you already have that image uploaded somewhere online, grab the URL to that image, and that's all that we need. So upload it to the server, Scroll down once it's uploaded, grab the file URL, go to the widgets section, open up the primary area, and then if you're wanting to replace the image at the top, open up this top PHP code. And then don't change any of the code. All you have to do once again is just swap out the URL with the URL to the new image. And if you want the image to be linked to a different page, put in that different URL to that page right there. Click Save and you're done. If you have any questions, let us know. And since this is something that's a limitation on our end, that once again the new version, which will be Investor Carrot, you won't have to do this, but if you're on the REItheme legacy version, let us know. We can do it for you. Thank you.